Oh, you're so excited. Your mic's all the way over
I'm
there.
in it. I was shouting.
Oh, wow.
I was shouting.
He picked it up.
All right, there we go. So I'm even more excited now, guys. We have a special guest in the building.
Sure do.
This one is the one about Lippy. Now, let me tell you a little bit about Lippy, because I've been watching his journey for a second.
Okay,
now.
let's go.
So Lippy is a very colourful character. Do you know what I mean? But he came, when he started out, my first time meeting you anyway, you had a vision and a purpose, which was to let people know they had choices. And then we see you grow into people's fave. On every show that you're on, the comments are dedicated to Lippy. They love your colourful takes. They love your banter. They love your weirdness. And now they love the fact that you box. So you've done quite a lot in the last couple of years, and we're going to jump into it. But guys, can we show some love to Lippy?
Would you round of applause?
Yes! We need to
I was like,
Big up Lippy, big up
yeah,
Lippy.
but guys, I feel like we need to be more in sync. But he felt the love. He felt the love.
Yeah,
Lippy, how are you, babe?
I'm good, you know, man. I'm very tired because
Because you just won the war, innit?
yeah, but yeah, man, I feel good, man.
Feel good? Are you excited to be on TDA?
Yeah, man.
I know you listen every day.
Of course, I'm up early.
It comes out at 7 p.m. But it's okay. It comes out in the evening.
Man said, shall I come back till 7 p.m. though?
It comes out at 7 p.m. But he's up
I
from
get
early.
the live version. You get me?
Hey, this is big though. This is the first official interview as champion.
Oh, was this the first
Yeah,
interview
yes,
post
look at
fight?
This is the home of
First
popular
one,
culture. This is where we get the exclusive.
Right.
Going on
Yeah.
outside.
That's
This
a
is
good
where the
point.
pandemic step. You know what I'm saying?
100.
Come on, man.
Love it.
This is a big look. First, we'd like to say congratulations
I
Yeah.
love my bro.
on
man.
your win. That was dope.
Yeah, it was mad.
I think we'll get into that. I got things I want to ask you about that. But
Yeah, we'll definitely
But
do it. You
before
should've
we
brought
do
your
that, we
back,
like to play a game.
just to loosen
Just to
you up.
loosen you
Kinda
up, innit?
break
Because
the ice a little bit.
it's early. It's a little bit early, innit? So
Yeah,
we like to
man,
play a
it's-
game, and this
yeah.
game is called Questions, right? Actually, it's called 140.
I
And this
didn't
is where
know
we
this was-
ask you some questions really quickly on a beat, 140 beat. And yeah, we have to just answer. But you have 1 minute, and you have to answer as many correctly as possible. And if you do not,
Okay, but my link's not open.
Also, are we answering the questions on beat?
guys, are we
Are we rapping
doing
it?
production on camera? Yeah, we're gonna try and stay
Oh,
on
no.
beat. But
Okay.
really, we just have to be quick.
This
Ah,
is
cool.
wait. Why can't this link?
Double click.
So we're gonna ask you the questions really quickly.
It's-
Some are
it's-
gonna be preferences, some
okay,
are gonna be actual like trivia.
Uh-huh.
And then yeah, Taser got a really good score. So it's you versus Taser. right now.
Taser. Cool, man.
Yeah.
Can I say sorry? We never clarified what clockwise was.
No,
Oh, so it's
not
me,
clockwise.
then you.
Snake is
Okay, there we
snake.
go.
That's in the question.
No, the
right?
questions is, but the way in
It's
order
gonna be
in which
me,
answer.
then Esther, then Margs, then
You.
Yusuf.
Okay.
All right then.
Let's go. Are you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready. I'm
You
ready.
keep your score over there, yeah? Okay, cool.
All right, 3,
I got this.
2, 1.
Hip hop or grime?
Graham,
How many years has Diane Abbott been a Conservative Party MP?
7 years.
What is 44 times 1?
44.
Spotify or Apple Music?
Spotify.
Name 2 unrelated rappers with the same surname.
I don't know. Pass.
Okay.
What year was COVID-19 detected?
2020.
Jollof rice or fried rice?
Jollof rice.
Good boy.
Which artist played Sully in Top Boy?
Kano.
Who is the Prime Minister of the UK?
Boris Johnson.
Top Boy or Power?
Top boy.
What country was Obama born?
Kenya.
Sorry, Trump.
How many teams are in the Premier League?
20.
Ready salted or salt and vinegar?
Ready sorted.
What's the capital of Nigeria?
Lagos.
How long is a football game?
90 minutes.
Ketchup or mayonnaise?
Ketchup.
Who married Swiss Beats?
Alicia Keys.
How long is a rugby league game?
Oh.
Is it 80 minutes?
Yeah. Well done.
Right, that was a guess. I didn't-
You know what?
yeah, I did it.
You went further along than Taser.
There's one more question there.
Uh-huh.
Loose apples or bagged apples?
Don't do this.
Which one
Bagged.
are you getting in the shop? Okay.
Bag.
You're allowed to stay.
That's good.
You're allowed to
We
stay.
have-
No one gets
We
these
have a
apples on here.
psychopath
I was like,
on our
loose
hands.
apples. I was like, what even is that, bro? That's not my story
no one,
at all.
everyone gets bagged up.
Say no
Everyone
one eats loose apples.
Yeah, that's from the tree, rude boy. You might as well just grab it from the bush. Yeah.
Guys, I think we've got to start asking all guests that just to see where if they're allowed to
100%.
stay.
Once we finish the segment, let's go
we
for the
got-
last one.
Yeah.
That's
Jess.
gonna be the last question.
Do you know what's actually mad? I've actually got apples on the tree.
Yeah, well,
Where? Here in the UK?
Nigeria.
Oh.
Yeah,
Oh, nah,
that's
that's
fine.
calm.
Yeah, that's back home.
That's the motherland. That's what
Yeah.
you're meant to do.
I
But,
feel like we should have got. I should have been consulted about that question.
No, I felt like it was inspired. It was inspired. We all connected over that. We all do bagged apples, right?
Yeah, everyone does bag apples.
Have
Yeah.
to.
But yeah, with that, like we said, congratulations on your fight.
Yeah.
I didn't watch it, but I'm proud of you.
Yeah, nah.
No, honestly.
But how did you feel? Because I felt like when you came, and I know Muggs is ready, and I know Yusuf is ready as well. So I'm gonna start off easy. I know when you came. How did it feel? How did it feel actually? Because how long have you been preparing?
I've been training since January.
Did that mean you have to stop smoking, stop drinking?
I should have, innit?
Oh.
Wait, I won anyway, so it don't really matter.
Yeah, but you know what it is, yeah? I think it was a lot more uncomfortable than I thought it was, innit?
But the journey or the
the actual fight, innit?
Okay.
The journey,
Okay.
I enjoyed the fight and the journey, innit? But I
Mhm.
think that when it come down to like the final bit, yeah, I think there was a lot of things that I blocked out, innit?
Mm.
And then they
Like what?
all hit, man, at once, innit?
Like what?
Like the pressure. Like I
Okay.
wasn't nervous until like halfway through the fight. Like I had no nerves. Like I'm seeing my man card. You know what it was? Obviously, I think I fought him at like 9:30, but we was at the venue from about 3:00 in the afternoon. So I'm with my man, I'm chatting to him, and he was nervous, innit? He just looked he's walking around in a balaclava and that. So I'm just thinking, because his aura was so like stiff, it kind of made me feel loose.
Mm.
But then out of nowhere, they separated us. And from they put me in a changing room with like all these other people, and everyone that was in my changing room, I was with Jamie, Pretty Boy Jamie, Kalas Karim, and Ashley, innit?
Okay.
And I kind of thought, you know what, everyone in here is kind of a more experienced boxer than man. So because they weren't nervous, again, I'm not feeling nervous.
Mm.
And Jamie's gone upstairs, come back, all bloodied, red hair, dash his medal against the wall. I'm thinking,
So
rah.
Did he win?
Did he
Nah,
win?
he
Yeah.
lost.
So
So
how
I'm
did he have a
thinking-
medal? Did he take?
Nah,
No,
you
he
get
was supposed to
a
get a
medal.
belt.
place.
Yeah. The winner got a belt.
But
But
Yeah.
there's only two places.
it's only 2 places, so you get
So
commended
You
for
get,
the
Come on, man.
you get,
Yeah,
you get
okay.
a medal for participating in a boxing match.
That's
you
so
get me?
patronising. Don't give me a medal.
But obviously, you weren't happy with the medal. He's dashed it against the
Mm.
wall.
Wow.
So the auras kind of change up now. Then Karim's gone up. That was the second fight. And with Karim, everyone kind of had the sense that he was going to win. He was one of the better boxers there as well.
Mm.
Then Karim's gone up, come back, little cut on his eye. We're like, rah, what happened? He's like, rah, I drew. So we're thinking, rah,
Rah.
cuz like,
Mm.
the two better boxers here haven't won. So me and Ashley are kind of looking at each other like,
Yeah.
rah, cuz. But then Ashley's gone up, come back with the belt. So I'm like, yes,
Okay.
we've won. But then I'm like, rah, cuz. In this moment, it's almost like I forgot I was fighting. I was so caught up in wanting everyone to win and So by the time Ashley's come back, I'm not changed. My hands aren't wrapped. I'm red. There's bare like, you know them ones. It's
Yeah,
like my
I'm
head's all
prepared,
over the place.
yeah.
So I had about half hour now to just get my mind into it. And so I put music on, just in the changing room by myself. I'm dancing. Man, are coming in, everything, looking at me, winding up myself in the mirror, everything. I'm just trying to ease up my nerves, innit?
Mm.
So then, when I'm finally ready now, boom, I've gone out there and I've just felt loose again. I thought, fuck it, man. It's a fight, bro. Man, I ain't scared of fighting.
Mm.
In there. And like I said, it was about, I'll say like halfway through the first round, yeah. I thought, shit, bro. Like, man is hitting this youth as hard as I can. And he's smiling back at man.
Oof.
And then I know this, obviously I rate Taze now, but at the time, I'm thinking, brother, stop pretending. Innit? That man is hurting you. But he's not showing it. Then I thought, rah, this is what I planned to do. And another thing, I didn't know it was only gonna be 3 minutes until the day before. 3 rounds, sorry.
Okay.
I thought it would be 5. So I thought, cool, I got time to deal with him. When I'm halfway through the first round now, I'm thinking, brother, the next round is the second last round. It's over, bro. My man's still alive. Like, I'm here to kill this man. He's not dying. I've lost. But obviously, fast forward all the way to the next morning now, where I've watched it, and I've said this in so many places. Like, obviously, I ain't had an interview or whatever, but I've had bare conversations with people. Obviously, I've been in spaces on Twitter and that, and I've said like, it looked so different to how it felt, innit? When I was there, like, I'm seeing things on the footage that I don't even remember happening. Like,
Mm.
I was so caught in the moment. And like affected by the pressure. Like, I heard you lot talking about flipping crepes. You at a point I got banged in the face. I turned to the side. She was there, bro. Like, not that I was seeing things. She was really there, running round, having a good time. Like, no one could.
Because she
like,
just started a business.
Bro, it's too much.
This is rich. This is up.
She's celebrating the clothing line or the skincare. I'm under pressure. So,
do you think who was there also played a role? Because I know a lot of people were really excited about the fight.
Mm-hmm. Nah, would you say so?
Like, a lot of people were really excited about the fight. Like, I think even made you think he watched it for his birthday
Listen,
celebration.
a lot of people was there, innit?
So do you think that's what made you nervous as well?
Nah, another thing, yeah,
yeah.
most man in the room wanted man to lose, innit?
Do you
And when
think
you
your
can
haters
feel,
were
no,
there? That's
I
mad.
know, I could hear it, I could feel it.
You weren't
It's
paying-
like things that was happening that wasn't even a mad thing. That at a point, Tay stepped to the side. Everyone went, ooh. I was thinking, what? What's he doing? Like, what's he doing? These times I'm hitting it. Me and crickets.
I feel like the boys are going to say this, but I kind of feel like everyone was rooting for you. I didn't even know, respectfully,
Yeah,
I didn't
I
really
feel like-
know.
No, it was,
Taze.
yeah. I'll tell you what it was. It was, that's how it felt at the time. But again, looking back, obviously watching the footage, what it was is that I think Taze impressed a lot of people, including myself, you get me? So the effect that it had on me was, I was shocked. It affected my performance. I don't think I boxed well at all because of how confident he was. And the effect on the crowd was, you know what? There was probably a couple man that doubted him in the crowd that felt guilty for doubting him. So their initial reaction was to get behind him. To be like, actually, go on then. Like, this is a fight. Like, I think people thought it'd be very one-sided. And it wasn't.
So obviously, like I know you're confident in that, and obviously I've heard you say, I heard you speak afterwards. You even just said it just now, like you was like halfway through. What's it like losing control in that situation? Obviously, being a man that's always in control,
Yeah,
and I know
bro.
you're a super confident man.
Brother,
You know what I'm trying to say?
I don't think I've ever experienced anything like that before, bro. Like, as an adult. Like, the only thing I could relate that to, I remember when I was really young, I was playing in a football match. And I will name names in it if the youth's still out there, but it's probably in jail or something. But bad to you. But my primary school, we played against this primary school called St. Joseph's in the final. And they had this white youth up front called Charlie, innit? And I was just one of them black youths. Even till this day, I don't think no white man could be faster than me till they ran past me. Like, you understand? But especially as a youth, I'm thinking, nah, no little white youth can outpace, man. And when I was little, when I was year 6, I used to play centre back. I was the biggest youth. And that for that reason as well, I weren't scared of no one. Brother, man, come against this white youth. We had them, and then I remember we had Brent Athletics like a couple of days before this. And the youth beat man in 100 metres, white youth. I couldn't believe it. But I was by like an inch, but I didn't even know who he was. Like, you know, them ones worried about all the little black youths and their higher socks and that. So then when it come to the match now, just like against the Taze thing, it's going well for a little bit. Then halfway through, my man's just warming into the game, clocking that I'm kind of on edge. So it's like, I done all right, but what I had to do to be all right was a lot. And usually to be all right, I'm just myself. So it was like, it's an alien feeling. And especially this time, it's a fight. You get me? I got a man trying to hurt me. Like I said, there's a crowd. See, no matter where I could look, there was someone watching me, a camera, some rapper, like, brother. So it was just, I don't know, man. I don't know how I did it, bro. I couldn't even tell you, bro. It was just like, almost like autopilot. I kind of just had to, like, it was almost like controlled chaos, you get me? So it's like cool, innit? I know that I'm panicking, I know that I'm thrashing, but you somewhat have to be in control of this, innit? Because if you don't, there's an outcome, innit? You're going to lose, innit? And I explained it to you yesterday, innit? Like, that's the thing I experienced for the first time ever. The fear. I don't like losing anyway, innit? But in football, when I'm watching football, whatever, it's like, if Arsenal lose, if the team I'm playing for lose, cool, innit? It's whatever, man. Go again next week, cool. But this one here, and again, like 3 minutes in, I said, brother, man's never boxing again. Bro. This one,
You're not going to do...
I am, but at the time, I was like, brother.
I just want to I want to throw the mic to Yusuf quickly.
Yeah,
Because obviously we were speaking yesterday. You had some stuff to say about.
yeah.
Not messy boots.
No,
McGee.
I've got a few questions. Then I'm going to get into. All right. So first question is, how seriously did you take your training?
Do you know what it is, yeah? I took it very seriously, innit? But at the same time, every second of training, I believed I was training for a man that I was going to annihilate.
Yeah.
Like, for no second did I think it's going to even be a challenge. I just thought, he's not ready, innit? I knew he started training late. And I knew he had a lot of things on. Like, he had videos to shoot, little parties to go to and that. And while he was doing that, I was training, innit?
Yeah.
So by the time he started training, I kind of thought, yeah, man, it's too late. So I did take it quite seriously. I'm not
Okay.
gonna lie.
My second question was going to be, but you kind of answered that. Did you, obviously, I saw your pre-match build-up, innit? And I felt like you were underestimating Taze. You thought he was a little man for you, that you will deal with him easy, innit? How surprised, I wasn't that impressed by his performance. I thought he was just extremely defensive. And like I said to you yesterday, he was...
Do you know what it is, yeah? I hear what you're saying, innit? I weren't... It's not that I was impressed by his performance, innit? It's just, he shocked me, innit?
Yeah.
I thought, drill rapper,
Yeah.
younger man, he's gonna come out, all guns blazing. You understand? So I thought, that's what I thought, regardless, no matter how this happens, I'll just revert back to street, jungle justice ways, and like I did, innit? Like I did. I would have just done that. And if he didn't have the high guard and the jab, I reckon maybe I would have even tried to start jabbing on rare tape. But Carl, he was just doing this, bro. And the weird thing about it was, I've never sparred against anyone that's done that. Like, I've never experienced something like that before. So it was almost like, I just saw it as like a door that I needed to kick down.
Yeah, and obviously because you're not a boxer, you're not experienced. You don't even know how to unpick that lock. If that makes sense.
But I had
you know what I'm trying to say?
Watching it back, now I know, man should have just hacked away at his ribs. You understand?
Yeah.
But he was moving quite well, bro. Like, there was times where I'd reach for the body shot and he just weren't there, like, and the missing of shots was so tiring.
Yeah.
So
Because that
tiring.
hurt when you load up and you don't hit nothing. It's just
Bro, like I explained to you yesterday at Filthy, yeah, I don't know why, bro. Because that's the one thing I tell myself before every sparring, every pads, every bag session. I tell myself, breathe as you shoot, innit? You get me? Even if you got to make a little noise, a little shh, a little ha, you get me, to make sure you're breathing as you're punching. But when I was in there, bro, I didn't breathe once.
Oh, you were tense.
Really?
I didn't, I was so
You
tense.
were
I was not
tense.
breathing. You can see I'm biting down on the gum shield. There was a point where I opened my mouth, my gum shield
nearly
was going to come out.
Yeah.
And I was thinking, no way in front of these people is my man boxing out my gum shield. So it's like,
I'm not gonna lie, because you nearly put it back in, and that I was shook for you.
Yeah, bro.
Just like I'm saying, it's just optics. I'm saying, if he boxes his gum shield out,
I'm thinking, because no matter whether
That's
it
a
hurts
meme.
or not, that's degrading. You feel me? That makes
That's a meme.
That's a
you're right.
meme.
Were you
That
scared
was
of
a
stuff
meme.
like that? Were you scared of
Yeah,
like
yeah, I was
the
gonna say that
jokes?
too.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
No.
Yeah, I was, and all of those things I should have prepared myself for,
It does seem like you were like
but I didn't.
not like I don't know, because even how you described Taze beforehand, like you lot chilling and that. Some people, I'm not saying Taze is that, but some people would say he could have been playing a mind game the
Nah,
whole time.
He was. He
Like,
told, he
being-
straight away after.
Yeah.
Like I said, me and Taze I ain't really got around to speaking about that, but me and Taze are so cool in it long before, and now it's times a million in it. And straight away, initially, he was honest about everything. You get me? And he showed me in it that, bro, you hurt, man. Straight away in it. But as soon as I went back to my corner, they just told me, keep smiling at him, keep shaking your shoulders. He hates it.
Battle
He has no idea.
Because it seems like before you were fighting, like when you lot were just chilling, you lot were doing friend, like disarmed you. You even said he was a bit tense, so you got a bit more relaxed. Then when you were with everybody else, you weren't focused on the fact that a fight was coming. And I can't even imagine, like, because you know how we are. Like, if you lose a fight, even in the school playground,
Brother.
you're done for the
It's the
day.
whole
So
thing, yeah.
I can imagine the nerves of, what have I really signed up to, in a sense. And then on top of that, you were very confident in the lead up to. That's one thing I heard. You were very confident in the lead up to.
Yeah.
So it feels like maybe was there complacency?
Ain't complete, because you see me, yeah, I'm just that character, especially now I got that cameras on me and that. That man could have a darts competition tomorrow. I've never played darts in my life. I'll tell a man, I'm going to win, I'm going to get the bullseye, I'm going to... And then, even if I lose, I'll just banter myself, innit? So, I even went into it with that. Like, if I lose, I'm not gonna be depressed or anything. I just laugh about it. Rah, man really thought I was Rocky Balboa. I got smacked up. Like I'm that kind of guy, innit? Like I'm that's why I'm confident. I'm not confident because I think I'm the best and rare to. It's just cause a lot of things has gone wrong in man's life, innit? And I'm able to handle that. You get me? Whether it's straight away or a couple days later, weeks later, I would have been all right. You get me? Cause initially, brother, that's what I thought. When you see me, it's on YouTube now. If you watch it back, me initially, I'm looking at the floor. Like I said, like I explained to you, about to come up to man, patted me on the back, like, unlucky, bro. Rare to, you get me? Because he thought I lost. You understand? And it weren't until there was a point where I think they said the second judge's score, and then I've gone to shake Taser's hand, innit? But the refs kind of squeezed my hand in a way, like he's kind of double squeezed my hand, like, wait. So that's when I thought, huh? Then I've heard, I think it was the last judge was 30-28, innit? And when I heard 30-28, that's when I knew I've won, innit? I've won. Because there's no way, if he beat me, they would have thought he edged, man, innit? Because that's all I was thinking. What did these judges want, innit? Are they going to be looking at his little jabs and... Because they were cleaner than what I was doing, innit? Or are they going to concentrate on the fact that I overworked him? Obviously, one of the judges was in Taser's favour. You understand?
I didn't know which way it was going to go. I was nervous, but that's just like getting caught up in the heat of the moment. Because that's what I was saying to you, like, regardless of anything, even though you're not, just to kind of give people a kind of perspective. If you was a champion, you walked into that ring in that same performance, they couldn't have give Taser a belt.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
And then even on the flip side of things, if Taze was the champion and he defended like that, it would have been hard to give him back his belt.
Yeah.
Like, do you get what I'm trying to say?
To be fair, I didn't watch the fight live. I watched it afterwards, but I was reading Twitter innit? Most people I was reading were saying that they thought you lost. So I was surprised when I heard that you won. Then when I watched it back, I was like, okay, cool. Let me see why they thought Lippy was going to lose. Because obviously I know he won. And I thought it was pretty even-ish. I'm trying to say, I thought it was pretty even-ish still.
It's optics. I'm gonna keep saying it. Yeah, you done good selling the fight, innit? You're aggressive. You told man you're gonna crash everything moving. All you talk about is crashing people. You're gonna done him first round. Camera, look in my eye. You done all of that. You know what I'm trying to say? Yeah. So you oversold and under-delivered. You get me? So in the heat of the moment when we're watching it, we think this is gonna happen. But your performance is here, and then we never thought anything of Taze. But then his performance was better than what we expected. So then it creates an imbalance. You know what I'm trying to say? So then you're watching it and automatically then you're thinking, rah, Taze won. You get me? But then when you actually look at what happened, he didn't. You get me? He jabbed you in your face a couple of times. Might have been 3-4 times max or something like that. And he was just defending and blocking the whole time. You bust his nose, you bust his mat, and you was aggressive. It didn't look clean, but you was on the front foot the whole time. I think it's like once the dust is settled in that, I think it's fair to say you won. And you did win. You got the belt. You get me? You don't judge.
Fair, you saw the fight well to me because I went into the fight thinking, Lippy's gonna mash up Taze. Based on what you were saying, I was thinking Taze can't fight.
Do you know what it is? If they gave us the 10 or 12 ounce gloves, or I had 2 extra rounds, I think I would have. It would have been more convincing. You understand?
I think the gloves, I don't want to make excuses, but I think the gloves made a big difference. Even in the fact that he was just could put them big huge gloves in front of his face.
They protected his face, neck, everything.
And even like some of them hooks that you was throwing, because you have been training since January, and I can't imagine that's the hooks you've been throwing every day.
I'm going to say something yesterday, Your first initial body blows, they were looking very stiff. I was telling them like yesterday, like you wasn't really moving, you wasn't really following through.
Well, imitate. What did you?
I couldn't. Because you know what it is. You see the glove, like it's like obviously my hand stopped here, but the hand bit on the glove stopped like here, so I couldn't lock my wrist.
Action,
So it's like at first I said fuck it, I'll just club him. But then that don't do nothing. So when I'm actually trying to lock my wrist, bro. The glove is taking up so much of my fucking forearm. It's like I couldn't do them, and I'm a bag of nerves as well. So everything's just
head's gone kind of.
Does it feel like a win? Do you feel like
I tell you straight,
genuinely?
The cab back, until I was with my brothers, and I was in the Twitter space on the way back. I had to like do something because I was just silent, bro. My brothers are trying to convince me like you won, rare. I got this belt on my lap like a youth that I don't believe is mine. Like, I'm thinking, what's going on? Like? And then I jumped in a watched Twitter Space. I spoke to a couple people. Felt a little bit better. Got back to my block. Obviously, all my man them's there. Felt better. And it's like more and more people are telling me that, like, nah, man, nah. And they're like, watch the fight. I'm telling man, nah.
No.
I'm not leaving that
No, I
again.
hear that. No, it is. It's like you won because you didn't win in the way you wanted to win.
Yeah.
To you,
Yeah, it doesn't feel like a win.
It don't feel like a win.
Yeah,
Because
so
you didn't mash them up
I
like
said,
you
I'm
wanted
not watching it, innit? But then I woke up the next morning, obviously, I'm by myself. I can't get away from this fight. You get me? Everywhere I'm
Yeah.
scrolling, I'm
They're
seeing a
sinking.
picture of myself right there. I said, you know what? Fuck it, man. Let me just watch the whole thing. So I got someone's pass because it was out for like 24 hours or something. So I got someone's password, login thing. I watched everyone's fight, innit? So then obviously my one's at the end. Man's watching my one, yeah? And then it's like, man's gone through the first round and I had to pause it. And I had to call my brethren and be like, come to my yard, bro. Like, I can't watch
Does
this.
he live nearby?
Yeah, he did. I was like,
Can't be-
I can't watch this
can't
without
usher him
anyone,
in
innit?
like
Like this, I don't understand what I've just watched, innit? So I've watched it back and I was like, this is what happened, bro. This, like, and because when bro, on God, yeah.
No, wait, what is it that
No,
happened?
listen, it's like in the first round, I went back to that stool feeling like I got battered.
Mm.
Bro, you hit me like twice. If that.
Okay, so now you realise.
And a lot of my punches that I didn't feel were getting through, they weren't perfect, but like man's hitting him in his ear, man's hitting him in the back of his head. But all I'm thinking is glove. But again, car, and even there's punches that kind of hit my shoulder, rolled off the back of my head, because the crowd's going, ooh. It's affecting,
Okay,
man.
yeah.
So when I've watched it back now, I'm thinking, nah, man, there's no way. I've jumped into space again. I've shouted,
Get my belt.
come in the
I was in that one.
Come
Come
The
in the
energy-
space.
the energy
man.
was
My
different
energy
after
is
that.
different now. I'm saying,
Man said, I
brother,
take back everything I
how
said
can you
yesterday.
think you win? How can you think you won, bro? I was like, you almost convinced me, bro. Like, I was like, how?
And I've got the belt.
So how did you think? I was like, fair enough. Everyone thought I was gonna do way more than that.
Mm.
But brother, what did you do? Like, what did you do to man kind of thing, innit? And then obviously at first, he's still in fight mode. Nah, VAR, one. I hit you like 87 times, rare.
87.
And then he started to be honest, innit? Like, that's when he's told me, like, yeah, bro, you hurt me. Like, cause you saw I was bleeding and that hurt, bro. Like, you get me, but
Did you do this on the space or behind the scenes?
nah, he told me in the space,
okay.
bro. And he was just like, yeah, but like, I was told to show no emotion and you understand?
Well done to him as well.
He
Nah,
didn't.
he's a
He walked in there.
real one.
He walked in there looking like a
Yeah.
little killer. I
Fearless,
Fearless,
I watched
innit?
his ring walk and I was like, oh God, he's come to fight.
Yeah.
He
looked
said
fearless.
yesterday he
His
thought
his
he had
was-
a knife, a gun.
I did. His hat was down low. He walked in just like the little drill rapper he is.
Yeah.
You get me? He walked in looking like a little demon. I was like, oh my God.
Nah, bro, because you know what it is, yeah? My whole thing about this fight, like, my whole little, I'm going to knock you out in the first round, my whole energy has been, brother, you see everything that you youths are doing, man's on top of that, innit? Like, man, which is fair enough, you lot are dangerous, but I'll just come round and mash you up. You
Did
understand?
Bouncer tell you to do that? Because I know Wicked and Bad has really grown. Like,
Nah, do you know what it is? Bouncer, at the weigh-in, Bouncer asked, and I know he asked both of us. He said, you know what, bro? Like, I know you lot are cool, but I beg you push him or something. Yeah, he said it.
Start some
He's like,
shit.
That's
Do some-
hilarious.
he's like, I beg you push him. And
I said,
And I know Taser's reaction was like mine, innit? Like, no, bro. Like, we're gonna fight, innit? Where, if anything, we're the two men on this card, yeah? Because of how we've lived or whatever, that understand this. You understand that? No, we can be cool, walk in there, slug it out, and then be cool after. Man, I've done this with my brethrens, bro. Man's gone, put the gloves on, gone in the garden, swang it out till man can't. And that's not even because man's got a problem. I would just start arguing about something. And Red Tay, nah, man, I punch harder than you. No, you don't. Red Tay, I'm a better boxer. Before man, no, man's in the garden, two grown men sweating. You understand? So it's like, that's all it
Two
is.
grown men
It's not
sweating.
that we have an issue or anything. It's just, once upon a time, there was a conversation in it. Like, boom, do you reckon you could beat up my man? Yeah. Both of us said, yeah. You know them ones. We're cool. But we both said we could smack each other up.
Mhm.
Now what? Bouncers come over, rubbing his hands together like, yo, like, man could, if you want to prove it, like, I got the platform for this. So I said, yeah, you understand? Testosterone thing, like, boys will be boys. Let's do this. Like, so again, that's our thing. We're not trying to push that we have issues or what. We don't, innit?
That's good.
It's going to be, even when we're fighting again, it's probably going to be towards the end of the year.
Okay.
And it's gonna be the same thing, bro.
Mm.
We fought already, and there's probably gonna be even more respect now. 'Cause we know
That's
each
it.
other
So
now.
people are saying that. So obviously, when you came into the content game, it was the first time I see you was telling your stories and that about just the roads and that, and
Yeah.
knife crime and stuff. You was telling
Yeah.
the youths them put the knives down. I see you do a knife crime thing on Sky.
Mm-hmm.
When you done the
What
lick
you
shot.
done, man?
Hey, that footage is cold. The lick shot of Sky footage is cold. But obviously you're saying the right things. Your messages are there. And obviously like you're doing this now with the drill rappers, you're showing people you're fighting. Do you feel like you're like a role model or something?
Do you know what it is, yeah? I don't feel like I'm not... do you know what it is? If a youth was to see me as a role model, I hear him, innit? But it's not... I'm not intentionally going out the way
To be
like... Do you know what it is? At first, I kind of was, but then I realised I was becoming something that I didn't like as a youth. You get me? A man... Almost like a preacher, you understand? A man that, whether you've done it or not, you of this moment are cool right now. So how can you come to me that's in a crisis and tell me how to move in it, regardless of what you've been through?
That's interesting.
So I kind of said, you know what? Let me just lead by example. And the way I'll lead by example is just being myself, you get me? Doing anything, like regardless of... Because you know how it is. The way man used to live, there's bare things that's frowned upon. There's bare things that's not glamorous. You're kind of conditioned to push certain agendas and that. So I thought, if I just stop doing that and I show that I can still be respected by everyone and that, people will kind of rate me, innit? And that's just what happens, innit? And it's kind of like automatic. Man, live that way anyway, innit? Whatever I've done in life, it's kind of been like an autopilot thing, you get me? I'll want to do something and then I kind of forget about it. It'll just become natural to man, you get me? So right now, it's like, this thing, whatever we are, I proper like embrace it, you understand? Whether it's a role model, influencer, whatever it is, innit? Whatever labels anyone wants to, because it's all positive, you get me? And I'll take it. But in regards to what I think I am, I don't know, man. I think I'm just me, you get me? Because like you said, a lot of people don't like me as well, you know? A lot of people, you understand? For whatever reason, innit? Whether it's man that's from the roads and they think, oh, who are you to tell the youth them this? And, you understand? Or whether it's a lot of people think raw, like they don't like people like you and me, you get me, that have kind of used to live a certain way and then we've changed and people rate us for that. People think, hold on, like these men used to do, you get me? So why are you allowing them kind of thing?
Yeah.
So it's bare angles, man, but I just try to be me still.
Can I just say, I'm super proud of you. The
Thank
first
you.
time I met Lippy properly, he was telling me how he had a knife at his daughter's birth. And I said, were you trying to cut that
in the
umbilical
hospital?
cord? Yes, in the hospital. Esther, yes.
Why? To do what?
I said, are you trying to cut the umbilical cord? But I guess you had smoke around that time, so you were just staying ready.
It was, because it's funny saying that, I kind of skipped my mind. You lots, what's that thing called again? Timeline. That's the first thing that I went on, like, and that was while I was doing that whole kind of anti-gang. And I was just being transparent about things, innit?
Yeah.
And the reason I let people know that is because that's madness, innit? Like, what was going to happen? I was going to come in the...
You understand? That in the ward, like...
Man was...
bondage, man. I've walked into the church with my mum with my knife on me.
100%. Bare places.
But because obviously I don't come from that life, right? So I was like, I felt sorry for you. Because I was like, this guy is at something that he's really happy
So
about, can't even
precious,
relax.
yeah.
Like, you know how you said in the ring you were tense? It almost felt like just normal day-to life at one point in your life. This was your norm. Like, you had to stay ready. But to see you go from that to be like the most, like, honestly, whatever you're on, it feels like the comments are there for you. You really have created something. And I just want to know, are you proud of yourself?
Nah, definitely, man.
Did you see it happening? Do you think this is what was going to happen?
Obviously, around the time when I'm doing the timeline stuff and that, I'm just taking everything like as it comes, innit? But
Shout out Endu and Hal as well.
I think like 2019, 2019-ish, I started to see, like, you get me? I'm starting to, like, I'm going places. I think the first time I saw it, my must have went, was 2019.
How's he drinking? I'm
Not
sick
a
of
sip
it.
of the drink.
Sorry.
It's got something to do with girls.
You're gonna
Nah,
judge
it don't.
me.
It don't.
I see his brain going forward. And he
Yeah.
thought,
Yeah.
So wait. Let me
He
have a
said,
drink
he's like, where's
first.
this gonna go?
Yeah,
Because
but
the
nah.
cameras are on me.
He knows what
19.
Brent is like.
And it's like, I can't remember what happened, but
Sure you don't.
it might have been, did listening party start 019 or 018?
19 was
Could've- around
COVID year.
I don't know.
Nah,
Yeah,
it
it
was
would've been-
019
Oh, no,
because
that's
before
definition.
COVID it started.
it would have been 18. or
Yeah,
something
18,
like that, yeah.
19. So I think that's what it was. Listening party had gone on for a little while. By 019, it was popular.
Mm.
So a lot of industry people knew of me now.
Mm.
They knew of me before, but now they're acknowledging me. We're following each other. They're
Mm.
commenting on my shit and that. And the first celeb guy to invite me to something was Dino. Big up Liquid
Oh.
Dino. Invited
Oh,
me
the Fort Park thing,
to
innit?
Fort Park.
Yeah.
That was fun.
Oh, it was all there.
Yeah, I was very.
And do you know what
drunk.
it was, yeah? I went there kind of thinking, you know what, it's just going to be mad. I'm just going to be going up to everyone like, yeah, I'm Lippy, you're going to rip.
Mm.
But like everyone I went to introduce myself to, they were like, oh shit, Lippy, like rip. So that's what I was thinking, raw, like, it's true, innit? It's happening.
Connecting.
So that night, when I woke up the next morning, that's when I was like, yeah, cool, innit? It's something
different.
could happen. I still didn't know what it was, innit? But I thought something is happening, innit?
Mm.
And
You're
yeah.
loving the content space right now. Obviously, you're saying you got a listening party,
Mm.
star of the show, hit show, rare. What other things you got? I want to talk about a lot of the content that you're
Mm.
doing, Champions League, everything now,
Yeah.
which
Yeah.
is dope. You got the situation with hype. You got the reacts. Obviously, just everything with hype.
Mm.
The stuff with JD. Obviously, you got your own podcast for the culture. You haven't done one in a while. I want to
Yeah,
know
what
why.
happened to that? So you're
But like, yeah, just how you just feeling about the content and everything that you're doing right now?
Feels good, man. It's because there's so much, like, it kind of fills
Filthy
up my week now.
fellas.
Yeah, it fills up
Mhm.
my week, literally. Like, this is what I do, innit? Like, I pull up to somewhere, put a mic in my face, and I chat, and I love it, man. Car, it's things I'm interested in.
Mhm.
You get me? A lot of it is about myself. I love myself. Football, love football,
Yeah.
music. You understand? So it's fun, man, and I feel blessed. It's very rewarding. You get me? Like, you get a lot of love, like, on the internet, on the street, from your peers, and it's kind of, these things motivate you. You understand? So kind of like naturally, the space that I'm in, without even trying, like, man's just working my socks off, innit? It's
Yeah.
like, that's all there is to do. Like, there's just bare things put there to do, and man just take these opportunities as they come.
Yeah, you're definitely a hard worker. You grind, but Kai said it earlier for the culture. You're telling
Yeah, man, boy.
You lot are not beefing, are you?
Nah, we're not beefing, but do you know what it is, yeah? Trick, when it comes to for the culture, that started around that time of that whole anti-knife crime and all these things. And I think halfway into that journey, which would be kind of like when we stopped recording, that's how long ago it was. Even before that, I realized, like, there's more to the culture than the things that upset us, you understand? I remember 8 weeks in a row doing depression, suicide, this, red, and I'm saying, bro, trick, like, I can't. This is exhausting, like, man's going listening party, listening to Wavy, J Hust, and we're sitting down talking about the youths that get killed, like, and it's exhausting, you understand? And I think Tricky Trick was definitely
Sorry, I
like,
didn't have
obviously
breakfast.
Tricky's older than man, as you know.
Mm.
I think Tricky was more at a stage where he wanted to concentrate on, like, the bettering of the youth, and you get me? And I was kind of like, brother, I still feel like the youth. Like, I want to, like, you get me? Like, stop separating me from them. Like, I'm trying to go to the same, you get me? I'm trying to go to the same dance as them, like. But I don't know, man. I think for the culture, I'll be honest, man. For the first time, I'll say it, like, I don't know, innit? I don't know what's going to happen in it. Before, anyway, I'll be like, yeah, it's back. 5 years, we'll be back. But it's like, what can I don't know. But one thing I'll say is, it's done, innit? It's what we done will always be special to me. I think it
100%.
will
Yeah.
always be special to a lot of people.
To everyone, it's just the name was fitting because it really did
Yeah.
become part of the culture. Everybody watched
And-
it and took it in. These are a big reason why I started podcasting
Yeah.
as well.
I hope we can salvage something of it. we should be able to. You understand? But
you've gone on to do amazing things. Like, I love the show you did where he got his dad on and stuff like that.
yeah,
Maybe
truth
you
be
lot do it.
told.
Maybe it's not weekly, but
Yeah.
you lot,
Yeah, nah,
you
they
lot
could
work
be- they
amazing.
could
It's quite heavy.
Yeah, the
Heavy
platform's
topics.
there, innit? The platform's there. Maybe we could, do something. Maybe if it's not so often.
So
or-
do you feel burdened then by the whole anti-gang? Because you've mentioned it twice now, like when you were doing
at
it.
a point I did. Like, I remember the last straw for me. I went to the Houses of Parliament with this thing called Forefront Project. We got the Forefront Project. They're like an anti-gang like thing from Northwest London. And I'm in there now. We're in the Houses of Parliament. Everyone's talking and like everyone got a chance to speak on the mic, innit? Then it was my turn to speak, innit? And I was like, without being rude, like, can I just ask, who in here has been affected by gang crime? Yeah? About 4 people put up their hand. And at these times, no, I tell a lie. About 5-6 people put up their hand, innit?
It's not much different.
I'm seeing like girls and... So I said, all right then, who was in a gang here? I see 2 men put up their hand. But I'm in a room with like 60 people. And so then I'm like, no disrespect, but what are we doing here?
Yeah.
Why is man telling the MPs about what we're going through, bro? Like, they don't... Like, this is performative almost. They got us in here, this big room, talking about, this is where we did this, and showing us all these statues of idiots that man don't care about, to speak about something that don't affect them. So that's when I realised this whole thing's just like a wireless, innit? I'm not being tricked into this car. Loads of organisations, BBC, as you saw, I was on Sky News, where all these people, it's like they clocked, we got one, man. We got one of them youths.
Like a token.
That's fresh off the roads, and he'll come and speak about. So I just thought, nah, man, I don't want to do this, innit? Car, I could be doing this funny stuff and whatever. You can still ask me what I think about the stuff. I'll put my serious cap on. I'll sit down, I'll break it down for you, an older person, whoever. You get me? But that don't have to be me. You get me? Like, I don't have to do that. There's enough man like this. You get me? And like I said I want to more lead by example. Because anyone that I followed that was a positive person in the community, they never told me nothing. I just saw what they was doing. A certain man I'll bop past, man, would be standing on the street corner, man's walking past in his suitcase and tie, and what you saying, man, them red hair gone. And rate him, you understand? He's never told, man, what you doing here? Red. You just see him going to work, picking up his kids, red hair. You just watch my man like, raw. I wish my life was a little bit like that. You understand? Obviously, never followed my man, but...
The way he was going.
Yeah, but man saw, innit?
Yeah.
What he was doing.
Has anyone come to you and told you that when you were doing the anti, that it changed them? Have you?
Loads of kids, man.
Oh, okay.
Loads of
Isn't
kids.
that enough for you to keep?
Nah, 100%.
Do what's happy for you, but
100%. Like, I went through some rubbish in 2020, and I ended up, not many people know this, but I ended up having to sign on in the local police station for the next 2 months. So I kept having to go to my police station every week to sign on there. And one day I went there and I saw this youth, and I could tell that he recognized me, but he was kind of like, he didn't want to say anything. So I ended up saying, yo, to him, like, what you saying? You all right? And that. He was like, yeah, like, you're Lippy, innit? Rare. And he was kind of like, you're Lippy, innit? Yeah. And he was like, cool. He just started nodding to himself, innit? And I could tell, like, he wanted to speak to man, innit? So I'm saying, well, go on, like, chat
What's
to me.
going on? Yeah.
And he's like, yo, he told me where he's from, and it's a place where I used to have issues with. He's like, yeah, I'm from here, and rare, like, used to warn my elders and blah. And he said, but I got music and I want you to listen to it. So I said, I don't care that you're from there, innit? Like, I'll listen to your music and that, innit? He's like, but if you put it up, rare, the youths from your block, rare. I said, man, they can't. Not that I'm some super bad man or anything, but like, my friends know my position. You get me? Like, I said, furthermore, ban that, innit? Send me, no matter how your music sounds, I'm gonna put it up, innit? Send it to me. Rare, he's like, raw, serious, rare. I said, yeah, man.
You say no matter
Boom.
how bad it is.
Yes, I said, I don't care. No, literally, I'm saying I don't even care, man. Even if it's I'll tell you what I think of it, but regardless of what I think of it, I'm going to put it up just to prove to you that this shit don't matter when you get to my age kind of thing, innit? So, but it's a proper full circle moment. It's mad.
Was it a good song?
It was a decent little song,
Okay,
man.
just checking.
And put up the tune, bim bam boom, put up the tune, and then couple, couldn't have been that much later. Must have been about a week, 2 weeks later. There's a youth that's been killed in my area. A man's thinking nothing of it, but I'm hearing like it's close to home kind of thing. Then I'm hearing rah. It's a youth from Wembley, so I'm thinking rah, it must be very close to home. Then I seen a picture of the youth.
It wasn't that guy.
And I said, rah, it's him.
Oh,
No, but hear this though. Hear this. I'm thinking it's him. Then one day I'm scrolling in my DMs and I see the same brother DMing me saying that his little brother got killed. It was his little brother. But he looked just like him. He looked just like him. And him, then I started chatting to him again, and that's when he explained to me, like, yeah, it's my little brother. He was a twin. And like me, my little brother's a twin. So I was like, rah. Like, then man's gone to a 9-night couple days later, or my man was meant to go to a 9-night couple days later, just with the older lot from my block. It's the youth's 9-night. So I'm thinking, rah, like this. So man knows this youth. Man find out. Man know his dad.
Oh, wow.
So that's when I was like, rah, like, man's at that age now, bro. Like, and like, look at everything I just explained. Like, I'm having to go to the police station because I got nicked. Like, that's something that hadn't happened to me in years. Then I met a youth. Like, all these things is just like making me realize man's not where I used to be kind of thing, innit? And that one there, that hit me hard. I was thinking, rah, man, car. It was a thing where the youth passed away. And it's kind of like the set of youths he come from has problems with the youths from my area. But you know how it usually goes. Young youth as well. I think he was only 16. And because he was so young, the youths from my area, they weren't like happy about it or anything. That's what kind of made them realize, all right, rah, car. They more had problems with the older brother. They're thinking, rah, the young youth died. You understand? And people that will listen to this, they're thinking, rah, like, Lippy, why are you speaking so specifically? But it's, bro, that situation there was a mad thing for me. You understand? Because that's like the first time a young person has died. And it's like, it's fully like, not man's side of the thing kind of thing. You get me? And yeah, man, it's just a reality check. Because I kind of thought, like, there's a lot of things, like, even now, man, I'm 30, man, and there's a lot of things that, like, maybe not so much me, but my friends that are my age, it still affects us, man. You get me? Like, little things, like I said, I went back to my block after the fight with the belt. We're messing around in the road, taking pictures and and all of a sudden we realize, yeah, man can't even do this. Like, I know it sounds mad, but we're not at that point yet. Man could just be celebrating on the road. Someone will see us on Snap or something and try to come spoil our night. We're still living like that, unfortunately. You understand? So
I want to ask though, are you currently mentoring, or is that something that you think you would do? Like, do you feel like you're in a position to mentor? Or to be a mentor, sorry.
The only reason I ain't done it, is car. Like, I know I'm very popular amongst young people, and I know myself in it. Like, if I take on 1 youth, 2 youth, all of a sudden I got 1,000 youths that I'm going to see and I want to, don't get it twisted, I do want to do something in it, but I want to do something where, because I remember I had a mentor at a point, and it lasted about 2 or 3 weeks. Because it's like, that's not my story, bro. Going to some man to speak about how I am. You understand? So I want to help youths in a way where they kind of don't even realise they're helping themselves or that I'm helping them. You get me?
Like, they don't realise they're being
I want them to just do something that they feel like they come there by a choice, they're doing it, they're watching it or whatever. They're just a part of this thing. And the fact that they all have that common something, because for me growing up, it was football. You understand? Like, you mentioned before, now with me and Taze now, it's boxing. So there's things that we could do in our lives that they bring people together and they make sure you can't have problems with no one. You understand? When I was kicking ball, could have a mad thing with no one. Man would just come to my training pitch and mash man up. You know where I was all the time. Same with boxing, you understand? So I think there's things we could put in these boys' lives that will make them realise we're the same, innit? Like, we're very similar, like. So, and I think we just need to concentrate on them things. And it's not as difficult as people make out. It's not always about billing youth club and this and red. You understand?
Other ways.
It's little other ways, man. Yeah.
We're
What's it
proud
called?
of you.
All right, quickly.
I go.
Oh, you got that?
Yeah, I got a few more questions about the fight. That's
Wow,
cool. Yeah.
best
Yeah, come on,
content.
man.
Yeah,
No, because you know what it is, I don't think people realize how tiring boxing is. Like, give him a few words about how like, them 3 rounds of
I'll
what,
tell you
3
straight
minutes.
in it. 2 minutes, bro.
Yeah.
And
But 2
in
minutes.
sparring, hear this, sparring.
No, boxing is tiring.
hear this.
But how many minutes are in the round?
It was 2.
Usually it's 3, but we were doing 2.
So you did
Yeah.
6 minutes boxing?
Yeah.
6 just punching out?
No, listen. Listen.
Mad.
I sparred. I did 5 3-minute rounds in sparring. The first time I done that,
Yeah,
by the
It's in
second
blood.
round,
finishing it.
I'm at my corner looking at the brer like, are you serious?
Did
Man's
you
got to
throw
go back. Nah, I didn't throw up, but I'm having to seriously pace myself. Like, you get me? Like, I'm moving like a granddad. Then, as I eased into it, obviously, as my camp started, I started to train 5 2-minute rounds. That's
Okay.
what I thought it was going to
Gonna be
be.
in the okay.
But with 5 2-minute rounds, it's almost like perfect, innit? Because the 2-minute rounds, you get to rest quickly. And the fact you get 5 of them, you get to pace yourself. The day before, I found out it's only 3 rounds. So for some reason, I've told myself that is enough
Yeah.
to go full throttle for the whole time.
Okay.
But it's impossible.
Yeah.
You can't go full throttle in boxing for 30 seconds unless you're an elite athlete, Tyson Fury or something. Even him, if Tyson Fury was to go in, bite down on his gum shield for 30 seconds, he'll have to chill for like the next 20 seconds. As you can see in that fight,
Yeah.
I was not trying to chill at any point. And by the second round, so that's after 2 minutes, bro,
Yeah.
it has seriously, my body was done. It was only my mind. Do you know the sickest thing? My lungs were all right. But remember, because I wasn't breathing, I just weren't taking in no oxygen. The lactic acid build up, I was finished. That's why everyone was like, bro, why was you just lost full technique? I was like, brother, I was having to tell myself how to stand up, how to walk. Yeah, left foot forward, right foot, left foot, right.
Wow.
I was, bro, there was no air going to my brain.
Oxygen.
Literally.
Head completely gone.
Yeah.
You know what,
that's sick.
I'm wondering as well, yeah, when you train for boxing, are you boxing like a person or are you
are,
in the
but
bag?
that's another thing I want to mention. When you spar, you're not trying to kill a man. You're just you're practicing.
Yeah.
Especially for me, I'm practicing what I'm going to do in the
Okay.
fight. So Saturday night was the first time I've actually boxed trying to hurt a man. And that element of trying to hurt a man, I concentrated on only, not even too much. That's the only thing I wanted to do, hurt man.
Yeah.
But boxing, a small part of boxing is about hurting man. You understand? A lot of it is about protecting yourself,
Yeah.
getting points.
I forgot all the
Ring-
notes.
I forgot everything.
Yeah.
Man
I
went
forgot
straight
everything.
to the roads.
I just thought there's one thing that I've been dying to do.
Yeah,
is
man,
this
kill you.
war,
It's just
and that's hurt a man.
Yeah.
And when I couldn't,
You felt like a failure.
it's not even I felt like a failure. It was because remember, failure is you're only a failure when it's done and dusted.
He
Saying,
wasn't
brother,
done.
This is guaning, bro. Like, I'm not even a,
Wake up!
you get me? At least with a failure, it's like, damn, what happened? It's not
Yeah.
what happened, it's
It was
what
happening.
is happening
Happening
right now.
now, innit?
Not
Yeah.
Wild,
what's
man.
gonna happen,
Yeah.
what right now. I'm in it. So
So we're saying that then. So how are you going to improve? Like what changes are you going to make physically, mentally, mindset wise?
Are you going to start
I'm gonna-
smoking?
on a rematch.
The next one.
No.
And eat right.
I'm
You're
probably
gonna
not
train
gonna stop
harder.
smoking.
Are you going to be less aggressive?
I'm gonna, do you know what it is? Now it's my first time in a boxing ring, you get me? Now I have a lot of people's first time in a boxing. Obviously it'll be recorded and rated, but luckily I have this whole thing surrounding it. So everybody else's opinion, footage, every 2
Yeah.
Instagram pages I see. So it's like, I get to properly self-assess what's gone on. And not only do I, obviously there's coaches and that. I have to, my coach probably won't hear this, but I have to apologize to him on every platform I got. He told me straight, he said, that's my hardest night in boxing.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, because
I'll
brother,
let-
he's like, bro,
I'll let you down,
he's
coach.
like, not because of how you box, but because of how you were in the corner. He's like, I'm trying to tell you things. You're grabbing my arm. You're telling me, no, I can't do that.
Is that what you said?
And he's
to
like,
him?
and the things I'm telling you are simple, like block. And I'm like, I can't block. He's like, you're speaking to me like you were dying. And he was like, and what? And the lady in my corner as well, that's the first time I'd ever met her. And she said the reason it was such a mad thing for me is I've met you and you're dancing round, you're so confident.
You
The second you come back to the corner, you're finished. I don't even know what to say to you.
So
you
who is this
understand?
man?
That's
Right,
wild.
that's quick. So
man.
look, just quickly before we wrap this up here.
One last question for you though.
But yeah, basically,
Mhm.
we asked all our guests to tell us something that our listeners, our viewers, tell our listeners and viewers something that nobody else knows about you. It might be family or whatever, but like to the outside world, like we want something like. It don't have to be tea. It could be anything. Hobby, like literally anything. Just give us a piece of information that no one knows.
Like, you ever tried ballet? Anything?
Nah. But you know what? I did try. And I said this somewhere before.
Oh, that means they know.
They don't know because they me did it, bro. They need to know what I tried. I tried to be another path. I tried to go on another path, bro.
What do you mean?
To where?
I tried.
She has to be a
Bro.
pastor.
No, I never tried to be a pastor. bro.
I'm so nervous for you.
Long story short, yeah. When, you know, in year 6, well, in my school, in year 6, that's when you get to, well, the little idiot youths that aren't super talented. This is when they finally offer you in your little last 3 weeks of school. What instrument do you want to play? Yeah? All the black youths, drum, rip. I said, brother, I want to play violin.
Aww.
Yeah? But hear what I'm saying.
Why are you laughing at
They're
me?
saying, nah, violin's not for boys. Rare. I'm saying, what violin? I'm hearing mad violin on certain rap tunes. What are you talking about? I want to play violin. They're saying, nah, play the cello. Rare. So
They
I
had no
said,
more violins.
but that's the big thing.
Mm.
So I've gone back to my mum saying, yo, I want to play. My mum's treating it like it's a dog. She said, you're not bringing that big piece of rust in my yard. You better take that back. Go for the small little piece of violin.
That's so funny.
But brother, this is what I didn't know, bro. The violin instructor lady lived on my road. So if I wanted to do violin, bro, it was real G's. Go across the road with your little stick and fiddle and play some tune. No, and brother, it was like, you know when you see them movies, like, bro, I thought, I'd call it how it is. I felt like I was in a slave movie, G. I felt like I would be.
no.
Because my mum's one of them mums. It's like, if you force up me to let you do something that I didn't want you to do, you
better
are
do it.
doing it. So yeah, my mum, through the whole summer of going before high school, even in Jamaica, bro, she made me take my violin to Jamaica.
Oh, so one second. So now the penny's dropping. So you could play violin?
No, bro.
After all that,
You did all of that.
after all that, you can't
That's
play it.
so
I
funny.
can't play
A
shit.
whole summer and you can't play a simple.
No,
Could have been maybe had a little
Bro,
lamb.
Maybe had a little lamb.
No,
little
listen.
star.
I just about knew how to make a smooth sound with that. Because, bro,
It's hard.
It's hard.
All right, cool. And we're sorry to cut this short because we're running out of
No,
time.
I've got another
It's
question
been a
as well.
dope interview. I thought they're pressing us. He's not watching.
I got one
That's
question.
good. I've got
We got
question.
2 minutes left as part of the schedule.
My question.
Mhm.
Basically, 10 years from now, yeah, what do you want your story to be?
Great question.
Thank you. Try to cut that out. You're right.
I just hope I helped a lot of people and I made a lot of money. as well.
Yeah.
Simple.
All right, my question
will.
quickly. What's the bag
I
looking
love
like
this.
over at Wicked and Bad? You know what I'm saying?
That's good, man.
Yeah.
We're going again.
Yeah.
Put it that way. We're going again.
All right.
All right, and then
That's
quickly,
it.
have you got some life lessons for our listeners? Something. Give us a drop a gem for us.
That
Just
was a
something.
good one.
Breathe when you punch, innit?
Let
Don't-
oxygen in your brain.
If you get into a matching tomorrow, just remember you're allowed to breathe when you punch. I was
That is
moving like
so
it was
funny.
against the rules.
So you say, just remember your brain needs oxygen at all times.
At
Yeah.
all times.
That's
At
nice.
all
Good.
times.
That is a life lesson. That is a gem.
Literally.
That is
Gem.
breathe when
'Cause
you punch.
Yeah, you don't realise.
I
That's
would
a
never-
metaphor as well.
No,
you
it
know?
is. It is.
Because the fight will be longer. You get me?
Mhm.
Pace yourself.
Mm.
Breathe when you take your shots. And you get
Yo,
me?
you spun that really
Great.
well.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so
Honestly,
much.
it's been great speaking to you.
Thank you for having me.
He's such a lovable
Do
person.
you know what? You're a very good storyteller because you at the start you had me. I felt the nerves that you were feeling. No joke.
Yeah.
Look into audiobooks.
might,
I
you
genuinely
know.
felt the
Ooh.
nerves of like
And then you can
being
play
in
your
a locker
violin at
room
the end as
and
I
well,
might, you
just
know.
to, do you know what I mean?
I'm gonna learn an
You're a
instrument.
good
though. I have to.
storyteller.
'Cause
You have
I want one of my kids to do the Beethoven thing. Or
I can see you doing
something,
ballet with your daughter. You like that kind of dad.
so I got the footwork. My footwork was all right.
I love that. Well, this
Right.
is the one about
Oh, yeah.
Lippy.
Oh, segments.
So this
Carry
is the
on.
one about Lippy. And we loved getting to know you a little bit better. But you're
Thank
going to join
you.
the rest of the show with us. And we're going to
Yeah,
jump
you're
into
here- you're here
your
now,
boy
boy.
segment.
I'm here. There's nowhere
Do you know what I
to
mean?
go. I'm awake now.
You
I'm
can't-
awake.
Oxygen in the brain this
Yeah,
time.
the oxygen in the brain.
All right, let's jump into the next segment, your boy segment.